Jayson Tatum is taking over the league and there's no stopping him. In just his 6th year in the NBA at 24 years of age, Tatum has established himself as a legitimate superstar, and he's showing no signs of slowing down. Let's look at the reasons behind Tatum's unstoppable rise and how he's turned into a force to be reckoned with on the court. Get ready for some epic highlights and in-depth analysis as we explore what makes Tatum the best in the game right now. Back in 2017, Tatum was drafted as the 3rd overall pick by the Celtics at just 19 years old. Before he became a full-fledged bucket getter, scoring wasn't really Tatum's calling card. And when he entered the league, due to the fact that the Celtics already had an elite scorer in Kyrie Irving, who was dropping over 24 points a game at the time. However, all that changed when Kyrie went down with an injury as the Celtics were about to enter the playoffs. Kyrie's misfortune turned out to be a blessing in disguise for Tatum, as it allowed him to be in perfect position to take the lead role in scoring. Tatum was averaging just under 14 points per game in regular season, but he slowly increased his scoring output to over 15 points per game that same year in the first round of the playoffs against the Bucks, while shooting over 40% on the field. Right after that, Tatum's scoring rampage would continue in the second round versus the 76ers, as he became the first Celtics rookie to score 20 points or more in 5 straight playoff games, as well as the only rookie, along with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, to record 10 games with 20 points or more during their first playoff runs. Although the Celtics ultimately fell in the hands of the Cleveland Cavaliers in the Eastern Conference Finals, Tatum grabbed the spotlight in that series when he put LeBron on a poster in Game 7, and at that moment, Tatum let the whole world know that he was about to put the whole league on notice.
Tatum drives down and throws it down! Wow!
After getting dunked on like that, here's what the King had to say about Jayson Tatum.
With Jayson, I just love everything about the kid. The way he plays the game, his demeanor, and I just know he's just built for stardom. He's built for success, and that's both on and off the floor. So
Tatum capped off his rookie season by averaging 18 points while shooting 47% from the field and 30% from three-point distance. With his strong showing in his rookie year, the Celtics knew they had a blossoming superstar in their hands. And after they let go of Kyrie to the Brooklyn Nets midway through the 2018-2019 season, it was clear that Tatum will be the next cornerstone of the franchise. With Kyrie out of the picture, Tatum's offensive game evolved in the 2019-2020 season as his scoring production jumped to over 23 points a game while shooting efficiently from the field at 45% and shooting over 40% from three-point range. At this point, Tatum's confidence in creating his own shots also improved a lot, from averaging just 34% in unassisted field goals made in the 2017-2018 season. That number jumped to over 52% during the 2019-2020 season when he became the primary scoring option for the Celtics. By the end of his 3rd year, Tatum has cemented himself as one of the premier go-to guys in the league. During the 2020-2021 season, Tatum averaged over 26 points per game, and in that same year, he dropped a bunch of high-scoring games, including 2 50-point games against the Brooklyn Nets and a career-high 60 points versus the San Antonio Spurs. Tatum's evolution on offense didn't stop there. He has also become more aggressive in attacking the lane as the years went by. From averaging just 5 points in the paint in his rookie year, Tatum has doubled that number last season when it comes to dropping points in the paint. As a kid, Jayson Tatum idolized Kobe Bryant, and we can see that he modeled some of the moves he learned from Kobe in his offense, like his footwork, his fadeaways, and ultimately his clutch mentality. With his ability to knock down shots all over the floor, Tatum has now become almost impossible to guard, and even elite players like Kevin Durant have also acknowledged this fact. Here's what KD said about how hard it is to guard him in the playoffs.
Jayson Tatum, guarding him the whole playoffs so far, like he's shifty with it, so he got long arms too.
Yeah.
So it's like, and you don't want to give up the three, because he can get hot, and that's how their team get going. But he's just so good off the dribble.
Yeah.
He give you 5 or 6 dribbles, hesitations, and then he's so long get to the cup that he can finish over bigs. He's a tough cover. And how old is he?
23. I googled it the other
Yeah,
day.
it's
Blew my
ridiculous.
mind.
It's gonna be ridiculous.
23?
He a tough.
He's played
shot
Game
maker.
7 in the conference.
Aside from being known as a stone-cold scorer, Tatum also takes pride in being a great defender, even though most people tend to overlook this side of the game. Standing at 6'8" and having a wingspan of almost 7 feet, Tatum's length proved to be his biggest weapon when it comes to defense. With his athletic frame, Tatum can easily disrupt the passing lane, and he can also deflect or swipe the ball with his long reach. Despite such a big frame, Tatum is also surprisingly quick for his size, and he can defend players that are either bigger or smaller than him. He is pretty agile and has the lateral skills to keep in step with the speedier guards, and at the same time, he also has the size to defend the bigs that are often patrolling inside the paint. Even though he may not get a lot of blocks, Tatum's presence alone is more than enough to affect any shot attempt because of his height. And he's one of the best at chasing down the offense on fast breaks, mainly due to his freakish athleticism. In terms of defensive effort, Tatum never lacks the intensity and energy, as you would see him dive for the loose balls and fight tooth and nail in each defensive position, regardless if he's outmatched or not. Overall, his versatility in guarding multiple positions has allowed him to become one of the best two-way players in the league, compared to the likes of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. Throughout his career, he has never averaged below a steal per game, and even though this might seem insignificant, his overall impact on defense can definitely be felt beyond the stat sheet, with the way he leads the charge in setting the tone for the Celtics. Last season, the Celtics were ranked second in defense rating, while Tatum was their #1 perimeter defender. And although Tatum hasn't yet been voted to become a member of the All-NBA defensive team, it's only a matter of time before we see him get nominated with the way he's performing. With his reputation for being a great offensive threat, Tatum has made the lives of his teammates a little easier because he can find them for easy buckets whenever the defense shifts their focus on him. Over the years, his assist numbers continue to increase, and last season he averaged 4.4 assists per game, a major leap from 1.6 per game during his rookie year. The gradual improvement in his assist numbers can be attributed to his ability to draw defense. The attention that he creates by simply sizing up, or whenever he slashes inside the paint, creates scoring opportunities for his teammates, as he can swing the ball to the open man in the wing if he caught the defense snoozing. And should he get trapped or double teamed in the paint, he can also kick it out to a wide open shooter waiting in the opposite corners. And lastly, due to his massive frame, Tatum can also easily see over his defenders, which allows him to throw on-point passes despite being harassed or heavily pressured. So far in this season, Tatum is clearly in revenge mode after coming up short in last year's finals. He's currently averaging over 31 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists, and he's also scoring a career best of 47% from 2 while shooting 35% from 3 and registering a 55% effective field goal percentage. He's clearly the best player in the league right now while playing for the team with the best record. By all indicators, Tatum is definitely one of the candidates for MVP consideration by the end of the season with the way he's currently performing. Time and time again, Jayson Tatum has proved he cannot be stopped, because at the end of the day, he's just too damn good. And since he's only 24 years old, he's only going to get better.